Good morning, everyone. Namaskar. Firstly, I would like to wish everyone a very happy and a healthy yoga day. Well, when we say the word yoga, the very first thought that comes in our mind is a series of bending postures or asanas and few pranayam, that is the breathing exercise, which are included in the yogasanas. Yes, you are partially correct. It is just one small part of yoga which is included in the Hatha Yoga. Yoga has a vast and incredible science involved within it. So, what is yoga? Yoga is a Sanskrit word which is derived from the ancient script which is written several thousands years ago. It comes from the Rig Veda. It is said that a being named Adi Yogi was the first to bring yoga on this planet Earth. He is worshipped as God Shiva. This is because he had risen beyond his physical form and the physical world to seek the ultimate truth of life, that which is the ultimate source of your existence, that which is the truth of life. Yes, but having said this, it is not limited or to any religion, or it does not have a religion. It is an act of living, or rather you can say it is an art of living. It is a disciplined act of physical, physiological, psychological and spiritual well-being. There are four pathways or aspects of yoga. Essentially, all the pathways, aim and goal remains the same. The four pathways of yoga are: first is the karma yoga, that is yoga through action in which the mind is involved. Second is the bhakti yoga, yoga attained through devotion in which the emotions are involved. The third one is the jnana yoga, yoga attained through knowledge in which the intelligence is involved. And lastly, the Raj yoga, which gains through meditation in which the mysticism is involved. But the ultimate goal of all these four pathways is the same. It is to seek the ultimate truth of life and to attain the ultimate source of your existence, that which is infinite, that which is limitless and boundless. Yes, but all these four pathways should go hand in hand, and if united together, they lead to seeking of the ultimate goal of your life, that which is a healthy, happy and a joyful, exuberant life. Several hundred years before, a renowned sage named Maharishi Patanjali, he compiled the yogic science systematically and wrote a book, or rather you can say a scripture in Sanskrit named as Yoga Sutra, in which he mentions about the Ashtanga Yoga, which essentially means the 8 limbs or the 8 branches of yoga. In Ayurveda too, Ashtanga Yoga has a great significance. So let us have a look at these 8 limbs of yoga, or rather you can say the Ashtanga Yoga. The first one is the Yama, which essentially means behavior towards your social environment. It teaches us about the external discipline, which includes being non-violent, being truthful, being kind and humble towards others. The second one is the Niyama, which includes teachings of internal discipline, which essentially includes behavior towards ourselves, which includes being truthful, being calm, quiet, forgiving, being lovable, compassionate towards ourselves and towards others too. The third one is the Asana, which includes the disciplined physical postures for a disease-free body and a disease-free mind. The fourth one is the Pranayama, which includes teachings of how to regulate your breath, or rather how to control your breath. The fifth one is the Pratyahara, which includes withdrawing from the 5 senses. These 5 senses are eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. How to withdraw from the desires of these 5 senses. The sixth one is the Dharana, which includes concentration and focus. The seventh one is the Dhyana, which includes meditation, meditativeness, being still, having a calm, quiet, stable mind, having control over your mind, thoughts and emotions. And the last but not the least, the 8th one is the Samadhi, which means complete dissolution. It means complete union of body, mind and soul. that which is known as integration or liberation from this physical body, physical world, which is also known as mukti or moksha. So let us see the advantages of yoga, not to mention about its innumerable benefits and advantages of yoga. Firstly, it tones your body, giving you a healthy and a strong body. Plus, it also tones your mind, disciplines your mind. So, a healthy body plus a healthy mind results to a healthy and a happy human being. Regular practice of yoga helps to improve the blood circulation. It also improves the oxygen supply to each and every cell of your body. It strengthens the muscles and the bones, helps in improving the density of your bones. It helps to relieve stress, giving you a calm and a quiet mind, thus balancing your body and mind and also governing the 7 solar plexus, which are the wheel of spinning energy throughout your body. It also helps to improve your focus and concentration. Well, another amazing benefit of yoga is yoga and meditation improves your concentration and your academic performance as well. Researchers have proved clinically that students practicing yoga on regular basis have outstanding results in their career and their academic performances, and they gain stability in life, have better approach towards the life, and are empowered with capabilities to face the adversities in life. Thus, students from young age should be encouraged at school and at home to practice yoga on a regular basis. It should be included as a part of school curriculum. Many of the schools have included yoga in their curriculum. Coming to the benefits of meditation. Meditation plays a vital and a significant role in yoga too. It helps to reduce stress, anxiety, your impulsive behavior. It also helps to cope up your depression, thus leading to a very healthy, happy and a joyful life. It increases your happiness, relaxes your mind, relaxes your thoughts, emotions, and helps you to have a optimistic approach towards life. Not to mention about the promising benefits of yoga and meditation to heal you mentally and physically. It helps to cure several acute and chronic illness. It also detoxifies your body, thus boosting your immunity. It prevents the risk of heart attack. It prevents the risk of cancer, blood pressure and diabetes. It also increases your energy level, reduces the addictions and alcoholism, prevents mood swings in PMS and menopause, improves your digestion, helps you to sleep better, gives you a peaceful sleep, reduces anger, calms your mind, thus leading to a happy, joyful and exuberant life. Not to mention about the amazing benefits and advantages of yoga and pranayama in healing the COVID infected people in the present COVID-19 situations. All the doctors and the medical practitioners have acknowledged and have witnessed the amazing results of pranayama in maintaining the oxygen level of the body. It helps in maintaining the SpO2 of the COVID infected people, which means the saturation point of oxygen. It helps to maintain that level, thus increasing the breathing capacity of the lungs. So the benefits of yoga are truly amazing. They are truly limitless. They are truly timeless and they are ageless. So today, being a yoga day, let us start a day with few of the yogasanas and pranayama. A few warm-up exercises should be practiced before yogasanas so that we don't end up with any muscle pull, muscle catch or muscle spasm. It also helps in improving the flexibility of your body. So the ideal time to practice the yogasanas is early in the morning on an empty stomach after emptying your bowels, or in the early evenings, that is after 5 p.m. and before the sunset. So a few of these warm-up exercises will be demonstrated by Dr. Kirti. associated to physical fitness, and it cannot be associated with any other form of exercise like Zumba and aerobics, because it helps you to heal from within. It helps to rejuvenate your life and to redefine your life, leading to a total transformation of your life, healing you physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually. So thank you everyone for watching this video, and practice yoga regularly. And stay tuned, keep watching for the upcoming videos, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe.